Hello everybody. So in this video we will check the day 4 of our Advent of Code adventures. In this day the title of the puzzle is search. I don't know what it means, but we need to find some word Christmas XMAS. So we have this kind of input data that looks like this, and we need to find how many times you can find the letter XMAS, the word XMAS. So yeah, so that the XMAS can be written from diagonally or anti-diagonally or left or right. Anyway, it's possible. And yeah, if we have this kind of input from here, we have to figure out how many times there are XMAS written over here. And yeah, and it says that it occurs a total of 18 times in this kind of example. And this is the places where this XMAS is occurring. And yeah, so I solved it. It was my answer was like 2500 or something, and let's try to solve it somehow. Okay, I have my code open over here. Let's see if everything works. So for x in open input.txt, so print x.strip. Let's see that if everything works. Yes, so I got the input data. So now how we should do, how would I do it, is that I will loop through of all of the elements that are over here, and then I will check if there's an X, the starting letter, and if there is an X, then I will try to go to each of the directions that is possible, like to the up left, up right, right, down right, down left, and left. And yeah, so first thing I will do is I will gather all the input as some kind of object. Let's call it like data, and let's put the data append x.strip. Yes, so I will just gather all the data as an object. And now what I will do, I will just like loop it over by all of the characters over there, and I will, if it's X, then I will go and check out each direction. That's how I will do it. So let's do it like that. I will put for y in range length data. So the y will be the one that's going downwards, and the second one is for x in range length data 0. So the x will be the horizontal axis, and if data y x equals x, then what we should do, then we should check all the 6 different locations. So I made a small, this kind of small picture over here. Let's say that our x is over here, and y axis is going to this side, y, and let's call it like small x direction is going to this side. So we need to check 8 locations, and locations that going to the up left, it is -1 and -1. Both coordinates are -1s. If it's going straight up, then the y coordinate is -1, x coordinate is 0. If you go in the right up, it's -1 and 1. Over here, y coordinate does not change. 1 and x coordinate is 1, and the y coordinate is also 1. Over here, x coordinate is 0, y coordinate increases. And what's over here? Over here, x coordinate decreases, y coordinate increases. And here, y coordinate does not change, and the x coordinate is -1. So these are the 8 values that we could check. Yeah, like that. So I will get back to my code. So I don't know. Let's make some new method. Let's call it def check check vals. Let's call it like that. And as an input parameters, I will do it so that I will put the input parameters as our current coordinate, y, x, and also to which direction it is going. So it will be dy and dx, like that. And yeah, and to this check vals we need to do. We need to check that it's not going out of the boundaries, because then otherwise Python will give us exception. And then we check if x, this m, a, and s are in the correct position. Yes. So I will so I will first finish up our loop, and then I will finish the method. Let's say sum equals 0. And to our method, let's put it that sum plus equal check vals. The first val is y, the second y is x, and now we will have our 6 values that we need to 8 values that we need to put over here. So the first one is -1, -1, and yeah. So the first one is -1 and -1. And I will just copy it. It's going to go 8 times. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yes. So that second one is over here. It goes 0, -1, here 1 and 0, and the 1 and 0, -1 and 0. So it should be like that. All right, they should be like this. All right, now yes, now we need to do our check vals method. We need to finish our check vals method. So first we need to check if something is out of boundaries, or if it's out of boundaries, then we just return 0. First we need to do some checking. I will do it like that. I will maybe there's some better way, but I will do it like that. That if dy if dy is bigger than 0, so that means that it's going downwards. And now we need to check if it's inside of our boundaries. So it is if y plus 3 times dy, if it's bigger than length of data -1, because the length of the data, because the index is starting from 0, but the length is starting from 1. Yes, if it's like that, then return 0. Yes, so then the next one is else if dy is less than 0. So I will put if it's bigger or smaller, because I don't want to check those ones that if it is 0. So I will not check if it is 0. So it is if y, if it's 0, then it still has to put plus 3 times dy, because the dy is minus. It has the value of minus. If it's less than 0, then also return 0. And same thing we need to do for dx. I will just copy it. If dx is less than 0, then the x dx, and over here we have to put length data 0, because we check it horizontally. And here as well, sorry about that, dx x dx, yes, should be like that. And now we need to do some now we need to check whether it is an XMAS coming up in this direction, or it's not coming up Christmas. So it should be like that. If data y plus dy, and x plus tx equals the first xm, the like XMAS, the m of the XMAS, and data y plus 2 times dy and x plus 2 times tx equals a, and data y plus 3y and x plus 3 times dx, yes, dx, and over here is dy equals XMAS, yes, then return 1, else return 0. All right, let's see if it works. Yes, I needed to put the print sum to the end. It got 13 if x length of the data. Dx, over here it's supposed to be dx. All right, yes, over here it's supposed to be dx. All right, I'm going to do it one more time. So one dx was missing over here. Yes, so now we got 18. If we can take the real data, the real test data, there's a problem with some files, but I think it's going to work. 18. Yes, we can check with the correct real data that we have over here. Let's run it one more time, and my answer was 2,578. Let's see if we're gonna get it. Yes, so that's the right answer. So that was part 1. Let's check what's the part 2. So the part 2 was that part 2. The elf looks quizzically at you. Did you misunderstand the assignment? Looking for the instructions, you flip over the word search to find that this isn't actually an XMAS puzzle. It is an XMAS puzzle in which you're supposed to find mass in the shape of an X. One way to achieve that is like this, so that we have mass in the shape of X. Irrelevant characters have again replaced with the dot. So yeah, so that means that you have to have a mass in the shape of X. And important thing is that this M and S has to be in opposite directions of the A. So the A is in the center, but the M is in the one side of the diagonal and the S is in the other side. Over here it's the same thing. M is in one side and the S is in the other side. It doesn't mean it doesn't matter which way they are, but it just has to be that M and S is in the other side of the A. So yeah, so this is the second part of the puzzle, and let's try to do it with our code. I will put the smaller data back here. With our code, what we should do? Well, we kind of have to refactor everything. I think we have to remove all of this. If data in the center, there was a was in the center, so that the A was in the center, so that if A is in the center, we have to check that this thing. We probably don't need we probably do not need the part 1 method anymore, I guess. So we can remove that one as well. And yeah, so we need to check where this A is located, so that the A has to be in the center, and in the diagonals there has to be M and S, and the other way as well, M and S. So what we should do is that first of all, we don't the A cannot be located on the center or on the borders. So what is good about that is that we can actually check that for Y it's going from the range of 1 to the length of data minus 1, and the same thing goes for X because X does not need to appear, because the A does not need to be in the border. If it's in the border, then we cannot have this kind of X over there. All right, and then we need to just like create our own method. Let's call it check X, and over here we have to just put down the coordinates Y and X, and then also the sum plus equal check X. Check XMAS. Let's check XMAS. And let's define the method. Defined check XMAS. So it's Y and X. And how we could do it is that actually I will do it so that there will be one diagonal and the second diagonal, and I would just like take them to the variable. So I will call it like positive diagonal and then negative diagonal, and I would just like take the take the characters that are over there, and I will check that if those characters contain both the M and S. I will do it like that. So positive diagonal, it is data y minus 1 and then x minus 1. It's going from the upper sound to down. And then plus data y plus 1 and x plus 1. So this is the positive diagonal. And then negative diagonal is data. Let's take it from plus 1, and then this one is x minus 1, and the other side as well, data y minus 1, x plus 1. So it should be like that. I hope it should be like that. Yes. And then there was this kind of method, if any. There was this kind of Python method. If any, so that it is a x in positive diagonal for x in matches, and so I will do matches. They are MS and SM in matches. If any x in positive diagonal, if any, so that if positive diagonal is MS or SM, then it works. And the same thing is and any x in negative diagonal for x in matches, and then return 1, and then here return 0. All right, let's see how it goes. Let's see how it goes. So I got 9. So what was 9 times? Yes, very good, very good. And I'm pretty sure if I put the big data in, I will also get the correct result. The answer should be 1972. Yes, and that was the correct answer. All right, this was the video. I hope you liked it. So yeah, today's video we had to do some checking out to the 8 different different places. So it was a little bit trickier, but yeah, this was it. I can also check my Advent of Code calendar. So yes, yesterday I refactored my code. Today I waked up in the correct time, made first and the second part of the video. So if it's uploaded, then I will upload it as well. And I will refactor my code a little bit later. So you can check it from my GitHub page. So link is in the description. And yeah, that's about it. See you tomorrow.